All right, you guys. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. Hola, hola, hola. Am I in the right group? Make sure I'm in the right group, y'all. Which group am I in? Make sure I'm going to go to the comments. What it do? What it do? Hey, Katrina. Okay, yeah, I'm in the right groups. I went live, but I wanted to stop that live and start again. So this topic is called "Why You Are Hustling Backwards," or "Please Stop Hustling Backwards," or "Detective, You're Hustling Backwards and Stop It Right Now." All of the above, right? Because I'm sick of coaches creating programs that their whole purpose is to tell you to stop hustling, right? Anybody who is actually been hustling and actually be getting it in has no problem with the word hustle. If anything, they have a problem with not knowing what season to hustle. If anything, sometimes they just was hustling backwards, right? But I promise you, the person that's telling you that, hey, Yogi, the person that's telling you that you don't want to hustle is probably the person that's telling you that's hustling you, basically. Because check this out. When you get into their programs, right? Because I'm here for you guys. I am the corporate hustler, right? I was there, and then I pivoted and I began to profit even more. Now there's a season of hustle, but I think the definition of hustle has gotten a bad rap, honestly. It's not about hustling people out of stuff, because that's what we're talking about. Because that's not what they be representing. They're always talking about the hustle and bustle. And when I look up the definition of hustle, and they're telling you guys you don't want to be in the hustle and bustle, the hustle and bustle is related to the noun, the word hustle as a noun, and that's busy movement and activity, the hustle and bustle of the big cities. So now, most of the time, that is the definition in which they're speaking from. There are three other definitions. The word hustle can be a verb, something you're doing, corporate hustle, right? When I'm actually doing it, right? Or it can be a noun, corporate hustle, meaning that's a entity, a thing, right? So in either one of those, there's something that I want to happen, and it's the reason why I love the word hustle. One, because it always means that you are hurriedly doing something. You're doing something in a rush. You're doing something. You're in action. You are constantly in actual action. And so what I find is this, you guys, and this is my first broadcast of the year, is you guys are so worried about that you're going to have to hustle and get stuff done that you're standing still and you're stuck, right? Versus you're fearing the hustle, therefore you're standing still and you're stuck. Instead of fearing the hustle and drowning yourself in inaction and calling it self-care, I need you to embrace the hustle, control the hustle, and then flip it to what you need it to be and how you want it to be and what season you need it to be in, right? Looking for a coach to tell you how not to hustle, that means they went through it, which means the only reason they're as good as they are is probably because they went through it. So go through it, get through it, and figure out how you want your lifestyle to be when it comes to managing your job and your side hustles, or your job and your side businesses, or your full-time entrepreneur maybe, and your side gigs, whatever that may be. You need to find a balance, right? So there are things you can do to not hustle backwards, right? So there are things you can do to not hustle backwards. One of the things you can do is get yourself in order, right? Because you want to hustle forward. You want your money to move rapidly and unceremoniously. You ain't got to put my money in no fancy paper bag and make it pretty. I want my money fast, and I want it unceremoniously. So I want my money to hustle. I want my money to hustle 24/7. Now, why y'all don't want y'all money to hustle 24/7? I have not a clue. Why these coaches telling you don't want your money to hustle 24/7? Because theirs is working 24/7. So yours needs to work 24/7. So for me, you do this with foundations, and you do this with systems, and you do this with protocols, which is why the name of my particular signature system is Pivot to Profit Protocols, right? Because there's rules to this, there's levels to this, and the foundation of that, and how you go from an idea to implementing it so that it can make money and it can hustle for you, is as follows. You need a base and a foundation. So you need all of that, your legal paperwork, your taxes, your LLCs, you need these things already solidified, right? So you have that foundational piece that's going to guide you through everything, right? And then you need to actually find out what you're good at. Right? A lot of you guys are hustling backwards because you don't actually know what you're good at. You cannot, and I repeat this, it is very difficult to start a business and be successful at it when you're learning the business and you're learning how to run a business at the same time. I'm going to say that again. It's very hard and difficult to have a profitable business when you are learning the business and learning how to run a business. Let me give you an example. I did not choose to learn how to start a tap dance studio, right? Because I don't know how to tap dance, right? So I'm not going to learn how to tap dance at the same time I learn how to market a tap dance studio. It just doesn't make sense. You need to already have this skill locked down, have your skill or your product or your service that you know how to do. Nobody has to coach you on how to do it. You already know how to do it. You're already an expert at it. And we're going to talk about the word expert in a second. You're already an expert at it, right? And now all you have to do is come into a program like mine, like others, whoever's, and learn how to run a business, learn the concept of content marketing, learn how social media works, learn how to build an online businesses. I'm not teaching you how to add your skill. I'm showing you how to monetize your skill. And those are two very different things. And I think sometimes you think just because you know your skill and you're great at your skill, that doesn't mean you know how to monetize it. Right? So that's why a lot of people are hustling backwards, because you decided because you had a skill set that you knew how to monetize it. My actual skill set is helping other people monetize theirs, right? So, the coaches, or the head coach that coaches those awesome players that's on the field, right? So you think about it, you guys are the superstars out there, Jerry Rice, y'all are doing the damn thing. And I'm just here, I'm on the sideline coaching it. All coaches can't play football. And all football players can't be coaches. So that's like, first of all, that's the difference there, right? Period. So going into 2021, stop trying to learn how to do business and learn your business at the same time. So that's the first thing. So now that we know who we are and what we are, will anybody pay you for it? Will anybody actually pay you for what you actually are good at? Right? So that's the number 3. You need to learn how to do market research. You need to find out if your skill is actually monetizable. Right? Can you actually make money off of it? Because contrary to you believe, all passions are not profitable. All profits are not made from passions, and all passions are not profitable. So if you just want to kumbaya, then that's great, but that doesn't mean anybody going to pay you for it. I'm not saying that, if you have a dream and a will and God told you to do it, that you shouldn't be doing it. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm telling you is do market research to find out who, what, where, when, and how will somebody actually pay you for your skill set. Right. So that's what we do in the pivot to profit protocols. So now we did our market research. So now we know we're not going to hustle backwards. We know what we do. We're going to get this market research. Then it is who needs to know us and who do we need to know? Who needs to know us and who do we need to know? Because again, if nobody knows you, then nobody can buy from you. And if nobody's referring you, then nobody's buying from you. And if you're not in the right rooms with advocates, or you're not where your clients are, or you're not where your colleagues are, or you're not where your competition is, then you know what? Again, we're hustling backwards. And that's why we hate hustling, because we're hustling backwards, because we're going backwards again. So again, now it's time to become a networking ninja, and you need to learn how to do that. There's several ways to do it. Of course, LinkedIn, social media, traditional networking, all kinds of ways that you network, but that must be done in order to get to where your clients are. Now, once you do that, you still need to know how to deliver your products. How are you delivering the actual product to the people, right? There's levels to this thing. There's CRMs. There's email lists that need to be built. There's pricing that needs to be done. You guys, stop letting people tell y'all it's easy to just run a business. It's easy to just tell somebody you do something randomly real quick, no problems. But it's not easy. Not hard either, but it's not easy, right? All right, so after we do all of that, remember, we still got jobs. Remember, this is a business that we're building on the side. So we still have a job. So what are we going to do? We're going to put systems in place to make sure that we don't lose our jobs while we're building our business. So, and to make sure that we're having a profitable business, a business that we can track. We can track the SLAs. We can track what's going on and know what's going on in our actual business. That takes systems. So that's the last thing that we learned. We want to be productive while we're out here doing these things. And so that's another thing that comes into play. And then you need a mindset to wrap that all in. And that mindset is what I call, a corporate hustle mindset, only because you're still working in corporate America while you're still building your business, and you need to make sure that both are profitable. and you need to make sure that you're working both with integrity, and you need to make sure that both don't lead the other one to astray, right? And so inside of the pivot to profit protocols, these are the types of things that we do, right? And so that is what it is. The Sadate on the running kai and all that kind of good stuff. Leave your questions in the comments as always. Hashtag replay viewer. Let me know why you like or dislike the word hustle. Completely okay either which way. Doesn't, it won't change how I feel about you. I actually am in partnership with 2 or 3 people who do not like the word hustle. Not their thing, not their cup of tea, but it's all good to me, right? So I just enjoy the word because I want my money to hustle. I'm not saying I want to hustle people. I'm not saying I want to be hustled, but I want my money to hustle at all times. So that's what I want to tell y'all in the beginning is I need y'all to stop hustling backwards. I need you to stop being inactive because your inaction is costing you way more than you know. By the time y'all done figured out every mistake you could have made, or 1,000 ways not to hustle, or 105 ways that you feel as though you need to protect your energy and your self-care, and that's why you're not going live, promoting yourself, la 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 la, and all the other excuses that are tools of the weak and incompetent built that are used to build monuments of nothingness. By that time, you could have already got this done. Make sure you sign up for Beyond the Boardroom Strategy session if you have not already solidified what in 2021 you will be monetizing online. So if you don't know what you're going to monetize online at this point, you don't have a clue, or if it's not done yet, if it's not a button that I can click on and buy and purchase without your assistance, then make sure you go to bit.ly/talk to Demishia and book a Beyond the Boardroom Strategy session. I'm trying to look at the comments where else. I got this in 2 places. But yeah, so hopefully in 2021, you guys are out here doing the damn thing. This whole week, I will be inside of the Female Coaches Societies. I'll be over there on that Facebook group. You're welcome to join it. We'll be doing a 3-day challenge over there called Master Your Message. I'm doing it with Nyan Thorpe. He is a master messenger marketer, and I am always a master at making sure you go from idea to implementation, because I'm not about those excuses, and we about getting it up and out the door and running. And it's all about the MVP, the most valuable product, vital no, I'm just kidding. Products that needs to get out to the market. So make sure that you're doing that, and that we get it in. So other than that, we are good to go, and I will talk to you guys soon. Be sure you hashtag replay viewer. Be sure you hashtag and let me know what it is that you dis and dislike about the word hustle, and whether you do or do not think your money should be hustling. If you should be hustling, are you in a season of hustle? I believe in hustle and rest. So you hustle and then you rest, and then you hustle and then you rest, and then you hustle, then you rest, right? And then you build a system that can duplicate your hustle, and then you go move on to the next hustle. All right. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and DM me or inbox me or just leave a comment letting me know if you want to join the 3-day free challenge. Talk to you guys soon.